I heard maybe 6 gunshots.
Stepping into danger to save others.
The shooter turned and started coming back into the plaza.
Arvada police identify the bystander who gave his life while trying to stop a deadly shooting.
And he is a true hero who likely disrupted what could have been a larger loss of life.
It comes as people gather to grieve and remember a one-of-a-kind officer who made the ultimate sacrifice.
He was just like my dad, always there for me, really cared about me.
Tonight, the updates in the investigation.
Officer Beasley was ambushed.
As people lean on friends, family, and neighbors, finding the strength to get through this together.
The posters are like a big hug for the community, saying we're thinking about you and we care.
And tonight we are learning 2 heroes were looking out for Arvadans during a deadly attack yesterday. Police identified John Hurley as the Good Samaritan who disrupted that shooting and likely saved lives. He died after being shot.
And police today called the shooting an ambush. They say Officer Gordon Beasley was targeted and killed just for wearing an Arvada police uniform.
And this afternoon, a procession of fellow officers escorted Officer Beasley's body to McConaughey Mortuary on Parker Road. Police say the suspected shooter in the attack is dead, and today they identified him as 59-year-old Ronald Troika. Good evening and welcome to Denver7 News at 10. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is a painful time as our state recovers from another tragedy.
And at the same time, we are finding incredible examples of kindness and compassion among our neighbors. So tonight, we are taking up Officer Beasley's own motto to look for the good in every day.
And we have team coverage for you tonight. CB Cotton in Arvada, where people gathered for a vigil to grieve and hopefully to heal together.
And first, we want to get to our Eddie GUAJARDO. And Eddie, we're starting to learn more about the Good Samaritan who stepped in and lost his own life in the process.
And the word I keep hearing time and time again is simply brave. John Hurley was 40 years old and lived in Golden. Many in this community may describe him as someone with a golden heart for the heroic actions he took to ensure the safety of this community when he bolted out of that Army surplus store behind me, ready to confront that gunman. As the sun sets and the day settles, the moments that led up to a tragedy and the heroic actions of one man
Our Good Samaritan is John Hurley.
are ingrained in the history of Old Town Arvada.
He is a true hero who likely disrupted what could have been a larger loss of life.
John Hurley was inside the Army surplus store when danger struck.
I just want to make sure his family knows how heroic he was.
Bill Troyanos, a store employee, says Hurley swiftly and confidently pulled out his gun.
He did not hesitate. He didn't stand there and think about it. He totally heard the gunfire, went to the door, saw the shooter, and immediately ran in that direction.
A business manager outside followed Hurley's orders without hesitation.
He turned back and looked towards everybody at the restaurant and told us that he is coming and that he's coming back and we should get inside.
Minutes later, Bill says Hurley confronted the gunman.
Mr. Hurley shot him. Probably, like I said, I think I heard six shots from his gun, maybe 5.
What happened next is unclear.
Paramedics are bringing Mr. Hurley across on the stretcher.
But what Bill saw, he will carry for the rest of his life.
I've got a pit in my stomach. I mean, just to know that he got killed, you know, being that brave.
A man that laid down his life for complete strangers in this quiet town.
To be brave enough to put yourself, you know, in a line of fire like that, it's unreal, it's unthinkable.
Yet Hurley did the unthinkable. Now at this time, officials have not released who killed Hurley, whether it was the gunman or an officer. Now, one very compelling thing that stood out to me, there was just a mother out here at a growing memorial outside a water fountain. She says mothers in this community bring their children to this fountain, and she tells me she has respect for anyone like Hurley, specifically him, who runs towards danger to ensure the safety of this community. Reporting live in Arvada, Addie GUAJARDO, Denver7.
Addie, thank you. Also today, people are remembering Officer Gordon Beasley as a force for good. He was a school resource officer at 3 Jeffco schools.
His commitment and his care for his students is seen in the many ways he went above and beyond his job description.
You can build a snowman, then pretend that he's a circus clown. Do lots of fun with Mr. Snowman, and tell the other kid he's knocked him down.
And his musical talent there has roots in the Denver music scene. He was a drummer in several bands, including Brethren Fast. But it's his kind, giving spirit that made the biggest impression on the people around him.
He was a Renaissance man. He was just incredible. I mean, he was the type of man that I aspired to be.
My son asked me, like, who's going to replace him? Nobody can replace him.
His selfless acts led to him being named Arvada's 2014 Employee of the Year. An oak tree planted in his honor is now decorated with a blue ribbon to mark the loss of this dedicated officer.
Right now, Denver7's CB Cotton, who is in Arvada tonight.
And CB, people are shaken, yet they're also determined to make sure that we remember the heroes we lost and to see Arvada come back stronger than ever.
Ann and Shannon, that's absolutely right. Tonight, the Arvada mayor, city council members, and fellow officers came out to mourn fallen officer Gordon Beasley. And tonight, some of his friends were here. The memories, the stories, and the words they shared about him. Better than ones I ever could. Take a listen. People make their way inside Peace Lutheran Church. As the day draws to a close, these people are also trying to close what feels like a deep hole in their hearts.
He made every workday so joyous.
Up until his very last one. Arvada police say one of their own, Officer Gordon Beasley, was killed in the line of duty on Monday in what investigators call an ambush attack in Old Town Arvada.
He was the rock. He was the rock, and no matter what situation he was in, he was the rock. At home with Karen and the boys, at work, in the band.
Stuart Wright says Officer Beasley had been his best friend since the 90s. They met working at a tech company in Boulder. Now, Stuart sits in a church pew with others, reflecting on the memories.
He changed his life to become a cop and to go into service, and none of us saw it coming.
But Beasley felt his time to serve had arrived, and so he did, for 19 years with Arvada PD. His last role, a school resource officer.
And it was such a perfect fit. And when I knew he got the SRO job at the middle school at Oberon, I just thought, how symmetrically perfect is that?
The life of Gordon Beasley just lines up. And those who knew him say they're all the better for fitting into the picture.
He was my hero in a lot of ways.
Now, details on a possible public memorial for Officer Gordon Beasley haven't yet been shared with us. As soon as we find out those details, we'll share them with you on air and online. And Shannon?
All right, CB Cotton tonight. Thank you for that, CB. And people in Arvada tonight are finding different ways to process the attack, process what happened. And tonight, one group encouraged people to do something positive, add their thoughts to a poster project. The goal is to create multiple pieces, and one will be presented to the students Officer Beasley served.
And for a lot of these kids, it's the first loss that they've seen, that they've had in their lives. And so for us coming and these kids signing these posters and coming in behind them and basically kind of enfolding them in their arms, even though they can't go up to each of those kids, that means a lot to them.
The group also created a separate poster showing care and appreciation for the police officers struggling to come to terms with the loss of Officer Beasley.
So there's a lot that is still unclear about yesterday's shooting. So let's take a moment and take you through what we do know so far. The Jefferson County Coroner's Office confirmed the suspected shooter is an Arvada man, Ronald Troika. His cause of death is multiple gunshot wounds, and police say Officer Beasley was targeted because he was wearing an Arvada police uniform and badge. They say the shooter expressed a hatred of police officers. And right now, 2 investigations are underway, a criminal investigation into the attack itself, and then a second independent investigation into the actions of officers on that day.
And if you are struggling to cope with the aftermath of what happened yesterday, there is help available for you. The city is setting up an emergency assistance center. Counseling is available tomorrow between 11 and 7. You can find that at the Shrine of St. Anne's School there on Grant Place.
And sadly, we're talking about a deadly ambush on the same day where just 3 months ago on March 22nd, we saw tragedy unfold at a Boulder King Supers. 10 people died in that attack. And the suspected shooter's facing dozens of murder and attempted murder charges. And what we have not yet heard is any indication of what motivated that attack. The suspect's defense team has asked for an evaluation of his mental state, and if convicted, he could face life in prison without the possibility of parole. He is due back in court in September.
And tonight we want to dig a little bit deeper and take a look at this troubling trend of gun violence. The Gun Violence Archive tracks deaths by firearms. Now, not including suicides, more than 19,000 people died last year from gunshots. That is an increase of more than 25% compared to the year before. So what's behind this trend? Well, the New York Times reports that homicide rates rose roughly 30% in our largest cities in the area in our nation last year. Criminologists are still divided on what drove the trend. Some believe the pandemic and high unemployment were key. Others believe distrust of police grew in the aftermath of George Floyd's death and subsequent protests. And that may have made some people hesitant then to call the police for help. It's not clear at this point if the trend will continue this year.
If you would like to help Officer Gordon Beasley's family, you can donate to the Colorado Fallen Hero Foundation. We do have a link on the denverchannel.com. And for more on yesterday's events and how Coloradans are responding, download the Denver7 Plus app for your Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or Android device, and you can start watching for free.
There are disgruntled employees out there, no matter how well of a job you do.
A homecoming of sorts, off to a shaky start.
But I think it comes with the territory. As a CEO, especially of a large organization, it comes with that territory.
Denver's picked to head up its airport, now facing an investigation in California.
Denver7 Investigates sits down with Phil Washington to get his take on the accusations he's facing and his vision for the future of DIA.
Sizzler today, even hotter tomorrow, but a big change as we head toward the weekend.